it's very important for orchestras and for me every year or so, if not every year, at least every other year, to experience the music of Gustav Mahler. Last year we did our departures and Music Unwound with Mahler's Ninth Symphony, and this year we're turning to his Symphony No. 5. This No. 5 was written right at the turn of the century, between 1901 and 1902, just about a decade before Gustav Mahler's passing. You know, Mahler, when he conducted the premiere of this, he said, you know, they didn't get it. The audience just didn't get it. I really wish I could have conducted the first performance of this work 50 years after my death. And what's interesting is about that, it was almost about 50 years when Leonard Bernstein started doing Gustav Mahler's symphonies with the New York Philharmonic and introducing Gustav Mahler's works into the musical life in America. It was almost about a half a century after the death of our dear Gustav Mahler. So he realized that the audience didn't get it. But today we're much more involved with the music of Gustav Mahler. We know, we've heard the Second Symphony, we've heard the Ninth Symphony, we've done the First Symphony, we opened our concert hall with the First Symphony. So Mahler and his scope, his embracing of nature, the universe, life, the marching bands, all of the sounds that he heard as a child, his Jewish heritage, all of these things that are so important as kernels inside of his music, we now know and we feel very natural. So participating with the Fifth Symphony is really an incredible moment of exaltation with orchestras. You know, it starts with this sort of ominous trumpet call, ba-ta-ta-tam, ba-ta-ta-tam, which almost has a funeral, kind of a funeral procession sense to it. It of course has the very famous Adagietto for strings, which is its fourth movement, which is very often played around memorial concerts. The fifth movement is such a powerful, it's such a powerful movement that it makes you not want to breathe. I remember hearing a performance of this in Chicago once, about 30, 40 years ago, where I really couldn't breathe for at least half of the last movement. I just had to stop breathing, and you just hold your breath, and at the end, you just have to, wow, kind of feeling. It's not one of these moments where you just leap to your feet. It's one of these moments where you have to exhale before you get elated and are able to express the absolute joy and the exhilaration that you have upon the conclusion of this movement. And of course, when you have such a work like Mahler's Fifth, which is about an hour long and is this incredible journey that you take, and when you take this journey, it's almost as your experience as though time had not passed at all. This will be one of the quickest hours that you will ever spend in your life. But to balance that, we go back to the music of Johann Sebastian Bach. We're going to begin the program with his Air on a G string, which is just incredibly soft, ethereal, and then Dejan Lazic is going to return to us for his third visit to perform the Bach Third Piano Concerto. And I've done this with Dejan in Europe. We've done it several times together. And the way he expresses and the delicacy and the virtuosity that he performs Bach with, it's so exquisite. It makes for a perfect complement to the orchestral gravitas of Mahler's Fifth Symphony.